So good evening, students, and good evening, ma'am. So I have chosen the topic obesity. Ma'am, can you please move to the next slide, ma'am?
1 second. I'm just putting it on the description. Yeah.
Okay. So today's presentation is going to be about obesity and okay. So these are the basic details. So she's a 11 years old kid, and her height is 4 feet and 5 inch. Her weight is 65 kg, and her BMI is 34.5. She's a obese person. So now she's studying in 7th standard. And about her family, she father, mother, grandparent, and she have one elder sister who's studying in 10th standard. Next slide, ma'am. So these are her routine 24-hour recall. So she wakes up by 6:30. In the morning, she'll have a glass of milk, and at 10 a.m. she'll have a breakfast. Mostly it will be dosa or idli, but most of the time the side dish will be sambar, as she's a very big sambar lover. And she used to eat around 8 dosas and 10 to 15 idlis. And mid morning she'll have one vegetable soup, any vegetable soup. Like they'll be changing the soup. One day it may be spinach soup, next day it may be banana stem soup, like that. And afternoon she'll have a very heavy meal equivalent to break. She don't differs breakfast, lunch, dinner. She'll have it both in a equal size. She's a non-vegetarian. Whether it is a veg or non-veg, she'll have it in a great amount. So approximately she'll have four ladles. I mean, 2 bowls of rice for veg, veg and sambar. She'll have a vegetable. So she's very choosy in the vegetable, and she'll include the vegetable very in a smaller amount. Non-veg, she'll have it nicely, and her favorite is all of her favorite is biryani, but her favorite is also biryani. So she'll have it biryani, chicken 65. She'll have everything. There's no for any non-veg item. And evening, mostly she'll order pizza, waffles, pancakes, all these fast food items she'll order for evening. And for dinner, she'll have it at 8:30. Again, dosa with mostly it will be dosa on the dinner time, because she hates chapati as that doesn't go with sambar. So dosa with sambar or coconut chutney, and she sleeps by 11 p.m. This is a full day routine. Next slide, ma'am. So these are the 7 areas of life which I have analyzed from her. So physical health, diet is not balanced. She doesn't have any physical activity. She's a very lazy person. She doesn't even want to come or wish to do any sort of physical activity, like picking a glass of water, dropping her plate. She doesn't like to work, and she thinks 1,000 times to get down from first floor to ground floor for lunch. It seems lunch also. So her personal life, she's very happy with her personal life. She's very contented person. She's very contented person. That's all. And her vocational life, as she's studying in school, she's a very average student. She studies well. She doesn't take so much of stress and all. Financially, she's sound. Social life, she's good. She have friends. She doesn't mingle with new people as easy. So she thinks about it. But as if she mingles with someone, she's very good with them. She talks with them very freely. So her psycho-emotional health, she's a very moody person. We can't expect what she will do in the next minute. This time, for example, morning she'll be very happy, she'll be playing and all. Afternoon she'll be suddenly very angry, very irritated mood. So we can't predict her at what time, what reaction will be coming from her. Spiritually, she believes in God. So if we look in percentage wise, physical, she's 40%, personal 95%, vocational 80%, social 90%, financial 100%, psycho-emotional health is 60%, spiritually she's a 80%. She believes 80% in it. Ma'am, next slide. Ma'am, actually you skipped one slide. Okay. So what intervention I would suggest her is, I would suggest her to take a lot of nuts in the morning during her along with her milk, because she eats a lot. How these obese or overeating starts, I'll just tell you that one. So she's a person, in her childhood, she used to keep the food for a long time. When a mother feeds, she probably she'll start the breakfast at 8 o'clock. It will go on till 12 o'clock. She'll keep the food in the mouth for a long time without chewing. So she has the habit of keeping food for a long time. Her mouth will not be empty for the whole day, because if she starts breakfast, it will complete only by afternoon, and afternoon lunch will be completed by evening dinner. So it will be like that. So her mouth will always be full, and we won't find her with an empty mouth. So that was the one thing. And the next thing is, it's not that her parents would tease, or her family will tease. It's just that when they sit together, they'll just have, we know, right? We'll just have a family time. We'll just have a family talk about describing her kids' childhood time and all. So likewise, her mother and father used to tell us, "Oh my God, you're such a fuzzy kid, and you used to keep the food in your mouth for a long time." She used to tell that it is not in a teasing way, or what to say. It is not like a complaining, but she took it in a wrong way. Might be for her, it may be it might be a teasing or a complaint like. And another habit is, she doesn't listen to anyone. If we tell you're doing this wrong, please change your attitude, she'll just say, okay, I'll take care of it, don't worry. She won't accept anything. She'll say everything, no, no, no. It is very hard to take out the word yes from her mouth. So this is her this is why she got overeating and all. And the main thing is, she used to watch mobile phone and gadgets during eating. So she don't know how much she's eating, and how is she eating. She don't know that. So I included her. I will include nuts in her diet, because she used to eat. Basically, she want anything crunchy and all. So for obese person, basically we need proteins and all. So I'll include nuts in her diet, and physical activity should be included, like walking for an hour. So she has 2 dogs in her house. So every time, morning and evening, the dogs will be going for a walking with her mother, or elder sister will be taking out them. So if I tell her to walk for an hour, she won't do. If I tell you go with the dog for a walk, take the dog with you, she will do it. So I thought, okay, maybe it might be better way to involve her in a physical activity. So I told her, morning half an hour, evening half an hour, go for a walk with your dog, so that you will also enjoy that, because she want a company. And her mom and her sister, they told her, no, you can go, if you want to go, you go. They'll just stay like that. So she's not doing, she won't do that walking thing. So I thought, okay, go with the dog, so that you will have a company and you'll get a physical activity also. And as I said, she used to watch the mobile phone and eat. She don't know how much she eats, and she used to finish it that quickly. In fact, that 10 dosa, she used to complete it with 10 to 15 minutes. We can't complete 2 dosas also in 10 minutes, because I'm a very lazy person to eat. I just sit and eat for a long time. But she completes 10 dosas in 10 minutes. So I thought, you sit down and chew it properly for a 10 to 15 minutes, so that she'll cut down her amount of food intake. So I'll include that. And I'll include salads in her meal. Like if we include salads in a meal, automatically she will just reduce her amount of carbs. It's not that she should not have carbs, but she's having excess amount of carbs. So I'll just suggest her that have salad before meal, so that your tummy will be half full. Then you'll have a normal quantity of rice. So I would like to include salads in a meal. And the first and foremost thing, actually, it should be a first and foremost thing, not to watch gadgets while eating. I'll suggest her not to watch gadgets, to sit down or sit somewhere that sit with the nature. Like we have balcony. In her house, she have balcony. So I would suggest her to sit in a balcony, watch the nature and just eat, because if she start watching mobile phone, she doesn't have a count on her food. And for evening snacks, she can have sprouts instead of having these pizzas, waffle. See, I'm not saying that even I like pizza. I'm not saying that she should not have that pizza or fast food thing. We can have monthly once or twice. It should not be in a regular way. Like a regular way in sense, monthly 5 to 6 times at least she'll have pizzas and waffles. That are not in a minimal quantity. If it's a pizza, she'll have 2 large pizzas, and she'll have waffles, she'll have pancake. So if she orders something, she'll order it in a bulk way and she'll finish it as early as possible. Because, and one more thing in her habit is she doesn't like anyone to touch her food. She don't like to share food, because she thinks that if someone takes the food from her, she thinks that, oh, my quantity of food is getting low, and you guys will complain that I am not eating. If I'm eating, it is wrong, and if I don't eat, it is also wrong. Then what do you want me to do? She'll go to it that irritated mode. So I'll just suggest her to have sprouts, so that it is more healthier, and she can skip her evening snack. She wants something to eat every time she wants something to eat, something to munch on her mouth. She can't keep her mouth shut. And in the thing of eating, she can't keep her mouth shut, because she want anything or everything to eat. She want to keep on munching. So I would suggest that she can have sprouts in the evening and increase her water intake. Her water intake per day will be around 3 glasses. So I would suggest her to increase her water intake, not in the form of, even though she's having a soup, it is more important to have a water intake properly. So I would suggest her to have water intake. For that, I'll just suggest her to have a liter of bottle, and while she wakes up after her milk, she just fills that bottle up, and she'll drink that bottle for a half a day, and she'll automatically, when it gets over, as I said, she's very early, so she won't go and pick the glass and she'll have the water. So what I say is, when you go for your milk, when you go down for having your milk, have a water bottle, fill a water bottle, and have it with you every time, carry it with you every time. And once you finish, by the evening, she has to complete it. So after that, again you fill the bottle and you have it, so that you can have your water intake, and it is not much physically she's doing that sort of big thing. Because if I added physical activity, walking, for that itself she'll be very lazy to do, and if I add go do this, do that, do small thing, then she'll cut the main activity. I want her to do a proper physical activity at least for an hour. So I don't want to interrupt that with the physical activity, walking, with a small thing. So I will just concentrate on 1 hour walking. So I'll tell her to have a water bottle, fill that, and you keep on drinking. And the last thing is writing journals and affirmation. So as I said, she have this inferiority complex now recently, because when she goes out with her family, when she dress up, she used to stand in front of the mirror and she says, oh my god, I'm looking too fat and this dress is not suiting me up. She used to do makeup. Still, I have a lot of cheeks, I look very fat, I just look like a ball, I don't want to go. She have that inferiority complex. But the same girl will be eating a lot of food after that. So she don't know how to control her moods. So what I feel is, she should start opening out her feelings, because she is not a person who opens out that easily. Means socially she'll talk with the friends, hi, hello, how's your life and all, but she won't tell anything about her to anyone. Even she won't tell anything about her to her elder sister or a mother, father. She's a very closed, and she used to keep everything in her heart. She just rethinks every time. So what I'll say is, start writing journals. If you don't want to talk with anyone, it's completely fine, but you start writing journal, what you feel, and what you feel, you just start writing out, so that you'll feel much light. And affirmation, she thinks, I mean, she wants to reduce her weight, but what she thinks is, if she'll do for a day, and the next day when she wakes up, no, I can't do, I think I can't reduce my weight, because I'm used to having food. So if I start reducing if I start reducing suddenly, I mean, start reducing suddenly, no, I can't do, but I'll just leave it off. Whatever I am, I can't do anything, I'll just leave it off. She'll just get backward. So what I'll say is, start writing journal and start writing your own affirmation saying that I can do it, I will do it, so that you'll feel light. And if you follow these steps, she'll automatically be reducing slowly. Now, I won't say it will happen rapidly, but slowly, if you start taking these steps, she'll automatically come to a normal weight. So that's just my presentation. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rishika. That was
Thank
really
you, ma'am.
good. So
Thank you, ma'am.
Rishika is open for Q&A.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody wants to